Hello, Bill Hitchcock. Power Pack show for you today. In fact, I don't know if I have enough time to go through everything, but what we are going to be doing today. We're going to start off with Buxton, area of Buxton closed off, about a half a mile stretch there at the end of the old Lighthouse Road. We're going to take a look at the Emerald Isle. They got a fishing tournament coming up, and it's pretty nifty. It includes basically everybody everywhere. Love this kind of tournament. We got news release from the Coastal Conservation Association of North Carolina that we want to get that information out to you. Going to be going over out to the Big Rock. We go from Emerald Isle, where anybody can fish, out to the Big Rock, where a few people can fish. We're going to talk about what is the Big Rock, where is it, why is it so unique and so productive with the fish. We'll talk about that, and if we have time, a speckled trout quiz to get out to you. Very interesting. Very frustrating to me, but we'll see if we have time to get to it. Now, let's get on to it. The very first thing, Buxton beach access closed, and this has been going on for a while. Here's why. According to the National Park Service, Cape Hatteras, they say due to decades-long military usage and yet to be performed restoration of the area, samples taken from the beach adjacent to the Buxton beach access tested positive in early September 2023. Now, when I'm doing this, it's early September 2024, so this has been a year, for petroleum-contaminated soils, PCS. Additionally, due to coastal erosion, abandoned facilities, construction debris, and septic systems associated with historic use of the area have been observed along the beach and pose hazards to visitors. I've got that chart up. It's showing you what is closed. You can see in the bottom left corner, the lighthouse. It's the shadow that you're seeing actually there. It's a half-mile area. They said avoid swimming. This is reports of wading, fishing in front of the Buxton Beach access area. Just don't go there. This is reports of varying mild to moderate symptoms, including headache, nausea, and skin irritation, have been shared by individuals after participation in recreational water activities in the impacted area. You're sick to your stomach, headache, skin irritation. If you smell or see or anything, give them a call. The EPA's National Response Center, 1-800-424-8802. Here's the kicker. I saw a news report about 4 months ago out of Virginia. There's currently no timeline for reopening any of the 3/10 of a mile long beach and parking area. Like I said, it first came out September 2023. I'm doing this September 2024, and still no timeline for the fix. Who's at fault, by the way? They've gone through U.S. Navy, Coast Guard, Army Corps of Engineers. Just get this stuff cleaned up. Now, let's go into something more positive. The Emerald Isle Fall Fishing Tournament's coming up September 28th, 2024. Let's go they made a video promoting it. Let's take a look at it.
Welcome to the Emerald Isle Fishing Tournament. It's coming up again real soon. We're looking forward to having everybody come out and fish with us. Right now we're out on the boat having a great time, just testing out, trying to find some new places to go fishing. And our boating division, last year we had a great turnout. This year we got a guarantee of $10,000 given away for first place. We have a surf division this year also that's starting up, and it's $1,500 for first place this year. $1,500 to go out and fish for a one-day tournament on our surf division. Hope you all come out and enjoy the Emerald Isle environment, our island. Come out for a worthy cause. We're giving away scholarships. This will be our 6th year that we've done it. So far, we've given out 24 scholarships at $3,000 each. We're approaching $100,000 in the last 5 years. This is our 6th year that we've done it. We're going to have a captain's party the Friday before the tournament. Our local chief of police is cooking up a bunch of barbecue. We're going to have it at the gymnasium this year at Emerald Isle. So we got plenty of room for plenty of people. That's going to start around 5 o'clock on Friday night, the night before the tournament. We'll go over a few rules. We had a lot of local organizations and businesses donate a bunch of stuff for us. That's how we raise all our money for our scholarships. We'll have a live auction. We're going to have a silent auction. And you're going to walk away with a bunch of great prizes. A lot of real estate companies are donating a week's stay at houses. Private individuals are donating their places to come stay with us. And another cool thing about our tournament this year is the kids 16 and under get to fish for free. The Real Outdoors in Emerald Isle is donating 3 fishing rods. They're not competing for money. They're just competing for really nice fishing rods. So come out, fish the tournament, bring your kids with you. They can fish for free. You can fish in the surf. You don't have to have a boat. But if you have a boat, you can sign up, go out and fish on the water. But if you don't, all you need is a fishing rod. And if you don't have a fishing rod, go out again to the Real Outdoors. They'll hook you up with a really nice fishing rod and you can fish the tournament. Registration is now open. You can see all the rules, regulations, and everything. Once again, that's eifishing.com. Looking forward to seeing you on September the 28th.
One of the things that I like about this Emerald Isle tournament is you can be in a boat, you can be from the surf, just basically everybody, anybody can be involved with this, and I like tournaments like that. Now, let's move forward. From the CCA, regular fisheries updates from Coastal Conservation Association of North Carolina. These comments were prepared by Stuart Creighton, Coastal Conservation Association North Carolina Fisheries Committee Chairman. By the way, I'm on, hopefully, everybody's email list. And I got this notification in the email from the CCA. It's like I get notifications from the North Carolina Fisheries Association, the Wildlife Federation, North Carolina Division of Marine Fisheries. So this is what came in literally today about an hour ago. Let me see if I can click that little... There we go. Carolina Tide Lines, Coastal Conservation Association of North Carolina. I want to read part of it. It says members, because there's an upcoming meeting that you can get involved with. This is members of the Commercial Fishing Resource Fund, CFRF, committee will be meeting this week to discuss several items. Perhaps most significant among them is a proposed study to examine the benefits of trawling in the Sound or rivers. Let's be clear, the CCA says, the defining objective of this study is without merit. Let's be even more clear. There is no benefit to trawling in the rivers or sounds. Numerous studies have already been done, and the overwhelming conclusion is that trawling is a very destructive method of fishing. It is a wasteful practice that, at minimum, destroys key habitats, damages benthic ecosystems annually, wastes countless numbers of juvenile fish, resuspends sediments laden with heavy metals, and releases previously sequestered atmospheric carbon. Furthermore, to purposely set the parameters of this potential study above the ferry lines on rivers where significant gear restrictions are already in place is a direct attempt to interfere with an area that is finally recovering from decades of commercial overexploitation. One more paragraph here. Do not forget that the trawlers were removed from these areas years ago because of the incredible damage that they did to numerous species of finfish and shellfish in these important nursery areas. To allow any trawling in these areas would literally muddy the waters with regards to the important study that the DMF, Division of Marine Fisheries, should be conducting right now with regards to striped bass recovery. That's from Stuart Creighton from the Coastal Conservation Association of North Carolina. My one question, by the way, and if you have any comments on this, email me, billhitchcock@mail.com, or at YouTube, post it there. If you email me, I get that more directly. They said, and releases previously sequestered atmospheric carbon. If you got Coastal Conservation Association of North Carolina, if you have any information on that, I'd love to see it. I'd love to report it. I'd love to get it out to the people, because this is something I don't hear about sequestered atmospheric carbon that shrimp trawls are releasing. So you know how to get up with it. Boy, you know how to get up with it. You've called me. Again, the whole idea is truth and verity, folks. We just want to get it out there. There is no agenda. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Notify me. If you got information, send it to me. We'll get it out. And if you have program ideas, that's wonderful. Now, let's move on to a fun thing. It was 2008. The Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament had their 50th anniversary. They asked me to do an article on what is the Big Rock? What is it? It's fascinating stuff. So about 4 or 5 months ago, although this was 2008 when I wrote that article, I actually did an article for a newspaper a couple of years before that on what is the Big Rock. But a couple of months ago, don't need my glasses now, I did a video. What is the Big Rock? What is it? Where is it? It's a fascinating location where a whole bunch of things come together, from drop-offs to Gulf Streams to... Enough of me. Let's take a look at that video.
The Big Rock is known as one of the more productive offshore billfish and gamefish locations along the eastern seaboard. But what exactly is the Big Rock? Where is it located? And why is it so productive? The Big Rock is located approximately 90 to 95 miles east of Wilmington, North Carolina, and 40 miles southeast of Beaufort Inlet. It is a large kidney bean-shaped region. The area from the Atlantic Beach Bridge to the North River is similar in size to the Big Rock. The Big Rock is a composition of many rock outcroppings of varying depths. This structure serves as habitat, protection, and food for many marine species. The Big Rock sits on the edge of the continental shelf. Here, the ocean floor drops off rapidly to 100 fathoms and then continues to deepen quickly to 1,000 fathoms within a short distance. This area is also the superhighway for the Gulf Stream. The Gulf Stream is a warm ocean current that originates in the Gulf of Mexico and flows around Florida and up along the eastern seaboard. It flows at a speed on average of 4 to 6 knots. The western edge of the Gulf Stream is closest to shore during the summer months. The Gulf Stream transports more water than is carried by all of the world's rivers combined. The upwelling of nutrient-rich waters along the Gulf Stream's path fuels the growth of phytoplankton, which form the base of the marine food chain. Small fish gather, then bigger fish move in. Around the beginning of June each year, the Gulf Stream waters reach 80 degrees, water temperatures that attract billfish such as blue marlin. Combining the outcroppings and rock structure of the Big Rock, the warm 80-degree waters, and the continued effects of the Gulf Stream help make the Big Rock one of the world's most premier sport fishing locations.
It's amazing stuff. What happens out there, the Big Rock sitting right on top of that 100-fathom drop-off, which goes to the 1,000-fathom drop-off. The Gulf Stream shooting up right in between those two things. The Gulf Stream moves on in towards shore during the summertime and moves offshore during the wintertime, bringing up all sorts of nutrients from the bottom, all sorts of fish everywhere. It is a fishing place. So if you ever get a chance to head on out there, do it. And also, if you can't, be like me. I live on Bogue Banks, going down to the Emerald Isle fishing tournament. Lots of fun. Now, I'm going to put this in. This is probably going to drag long, but I got a thing. Let's see if I can find that. From the North Carolina Fisheries Association, which, yes, that is the commercial fishing trade group. Represents the commercial fishing families in North Carolina. I'm on their email list as well. Got this thing, Speckled Trout quiz. Caught my attention. I got upset. I'm just going to read this quiz out to you, just kind of highlight it. It says, lately, whether due to a general lack of knowledge or simply parroting the constant stream of misinformation, there seems to be a lot of confusion regarding the management of our coastal fisheries like speckled trout, for example. I have dedicated so much time to this, of getting the truth out, and here I'm. What is this FMP? The Speckled Trout August 2024 update. We've done I don't know how many shows on this with this information. Anyway, so stakeholders need to have a good understanding of an issue if they hope to make a meaningful difference in the management process. Yes, information is key. Get information. You hear me talk about that every show. And if I ain't got the information, send it to me. You hear me say that every show. To that end, we thought that a quiz was the perfect way to both test folks' knowledge and educate them about management of North Carolina's speckled trout fishery. All right, let's get started. Question 1. How many speckled trout did North Carolina anglers harvest in 2012? Now, we're talking about recreational fishermen. In 2012, A, 500,000, B, 1.6 million, C, all of the above. Answer, C, all of the above. While it is impossible for the anglers to have harvested both 500,000 speckled trout and 1.6 speckled trout in the same year, that is exactly what you'll find if you dig into the data. This is due to changes in the National Oceanographic Atmospheric Administration's recreational fishing data collection program. This is where I start screaming. Go to YouTube at Bill Hitchcock 5117. There you will see a show I just did on this. It's called Surveys. did the whole history of the surveys and the methodology here in North Carolina and across the country. And at the end of it, talked about how they're going backwards and revamping their findings because of the new methodology, which is a hell of a lot better than the old random telephone survey where they're just calling people, don't even know if they fish. Question number 2. How many speckled trout were released by North Carolina anglers in 2010? A, 1.7 million, B, 8 million, C, all of the above. Answer C, all of the above. 2010. What was this? Released in 2010. Well, according to the Division of Marine Fisheries, it was 7.7 million. Again, we've done countless shows on this, where the release rate on average over a 33 period for the recreational anglers is 78%. That's over a 33-year period. Just like the recreational harvest estimates, release estimates have also changed dramatically over time. Yeah, because the methodology of surveying, which everybody hates, has gotten better. And they know. They've gone through several different, again, look at the show we just did on surveys. They've gone through tested several different methods to find out what is most accurate. Even all the way down to how they phrase questions. Because we forget there's a thing called telescoping where we bring in events that happen either before or after the time period they're asking about. We bring those in our mind. So, and you know, starting this December, they'll start writing tickets in 2 years. You're going to have to report, no survey, you're going to have to report speckled trout, gray trout, red drum, stripers, and flounders. So forget your survey, you got to report it. I'm getting hot under the collar here. Question 3, what was the spawning stock biomass in 2008? Was it 800,000 pounds or 3 million pounds, or approximately 4.4 million pounds, all of the above? Spawning stock Again, it is absolutely impossible for the spawning stock's biomass in 2008 to be anything but what it actually was. Question 4, what was the stock status of speckled trout in 2008? Overfished and overfishing occurring, not overfished, but overfishing was occurring. D, all of the above. Answer D, all of the above. That's right. 3 stock assessments have been conducted for speckled trout. All passed peer review. All 3 yielded dramatically different results. Which stock assessment was correct? Were any of them correct? Last question, then I'm going to get to the punchline. Are further harvest reductions necessary to achieve sustainable harvest in the speckled trout fishery? A, yes, B, no, C, no one knows for certain. Obviously, no one knows for certain. This is what gets me. If NOAA cannot produce accurate estimates of recreational harvests or releases in this predominantly recreational fishery, and the state cannot provide accurate estimates of fishing mortality, spawning stock biomass, or stock status, no one could possibly know what reductions, if any, are necessary. We just went over this. This is in 2024, they're concluding the final research on new survey methodology. They're backtracking and correcting from the old survey methodology, realizing the mistakes and the problems that they confronted. As I just made mention, here we're getting ready for 5 fish you're going to have to report when you catch it. No more survey. Where was it that just fried my cookies? Not surprised. Is that it? I'm going to go to the end. Why is the North Carolina Fisheries Association the only group talking about the uncertainty with data and stock assessments? Excuse me? That's one of the greatest issues in fisheries. Everybody's talking about it. They got wrong numbers. Usually are numbers they got from somewhere. That's one of the purposes of what I'm doing right now. For this shows that I do. Is to get truth and verity. Truth and verity. What's the facts? If you present something, you better tell me what it is. If there's no documentation, the quarterly Marine Fisheries Commission meetings just happened in Raleigh. The only thing I made comment on, the only people I made comment on, is when they brought up numbers out of the blue, which were either dead wrong and I proved them wrong, or I asked for it to substantiate it. That's what I commented on. If somebody just told a personal opinion, whatever, that's fine. That's personal opinion, anecdotal information. That's fine. That's great. That's wonderful. Or if you just have a wish, that's fine. That's great. That's wonderful. But if you give out hardcore facts, if you're throwing out numbers and can't find them anywhere, I'm going to ask. It's just like I just did, if I didn't throw the thing down, with the CCA's quiz, listen to me, newsletter about, and releases previously sequestered atmospheric carbon, talking about shrimp trawls. Well, I haven't never really heard anything about that. So I'm asking the CCA, send me the information. Where did you get this? So we can substantiate it, so we can convey the information. This is a conduit for the free flow of information. That's what these videos do, or are supposed to be doing. And I know I've pissed off a lot of people because you're hearing stuff you don't want to hear or you've never heard before, and you can't figure out where it's coming from. Called getting hot under the collar. I think I'll be quiet now. BillHitchcock@mail.com, BillHitchcock@mail.com, BillHitchcock@mail.com. Email me, contact me with stuff. Until then, bye.